In this particular video, we're going to talk about how to set up PHP using cPanel and changing the style. So it's very important to make your own style and make your own uniqueness to your form. So we'll talk about that after we actually set it up. Now, before we get started, I do want to mention that if you are installing PHP on your website, you're just getting started and you haven't had a site that is related to this topic yet, then it might be suggested that you actually go to the domain registrar and purchase and rent out a new domain name. But if you already have a site that is related to whatever form you're going to start, then it might be more recommended to just create a form on that site since you already got traffic that is going to that site. So in this case, I'm just basically going to go to one of my domains and I'm going to go to the cPanel, so yourdomain.com/cPanel, and then I'll go ahead and log in here and then press OK, and then we'll be inside in a few seconds here. Okay, so once we're in cPanel X, basically what you want to do is scroll down to the bottom where you see Fantastico. If you've got cPanel, then most likely you have Fantastico, which is basically just a large amount of scripts that you can easily install with a few clicks of the button. If you don't have Fantastico, then you're going to go to phpbb.com, download the script, and then install it that way. So either way, it's very easy to do. Now, in this case, I'm going to click Fantastico. And then I'm going to scroll down to the forum section or discussion boards. And you'll notice that there's PHPBB and there's SMF, which is Simple Machine Forums. So they're both good, but in this case, I'm just going to keep it simple, keep to one, and install this. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And you want to click on New Installation. The disk space required is 53 megabytes. So if you have a few gigs of space, then that's really nothing. And if you are having an actual domain name and you want to install it so that somebody lands on your website and they see right away, then just keep this empty. But if you're going to add it to a site that you already have, then you're going to want to create a directory. So in this case, I already have something on my main site, and this is just for test purposes, assuming that you have a site and you want to add onto it. I'm going to install a new directory, so I'm going to name that here. And I'm just going to name it forum. And then you want to include your username and password for the administrative access. So in this case, I'm just going to call it admin. And then I'll enter my password. And then you want to enter your site name, which is going to show up on your actual forum. And I'm going to call it the Heavy Lifters Forum, something that sounds pretty neat, simple. And then enter a short description. Say something like, we'll talk about weightlifting, exercises, diet, and how to gain muscle. And then you want your email signature, and this will be attached to all emails sent by the forum. So you could say something like Heavy Lifters Forum or Heavy Lifters Forum support. Then you want to put your email address, and I'm just going to put this and make my preferred language English. You can choose a lot more other languages if you're focusing on a forum that has a different language. you can do that as well. And we really don't need to read this because we're creating a new installation and we're not upgrading from an old version. So we'll just go ahead and click install PHP-BB. And we're almost done. Just click finish installation. And there we go. So that's our full URL to the installation of PHP-BB. It also gives you the information like your administrative password and username. I'm just not showing that for security reasons. Now, you can also email the details of that installation to an email address for later on, just in case you do forget your password. Now, in this case, I'm just going to go to the administrative area, which is located here. And this is what the heavy lifters form looks like for PHP-BB. So right now it has a pretty good look. I could change it if I'd like to later on, and I'll show you in a minute how to change the style and all that stuff. Now that we've installed PHP-BB, we're going to look at the customization aspect of basically how to make your form look unique. So if I go to phpbb.com and I click on customize, you'll get more information about the styles that you can use to make your form look unique. So if I go ahead and click on styles here, you can basically see a lot of styles that people have submitted and that you can use for your own form. So I'm going to go load these two links here. The first link actually brings you here, and you can basically choose a certain style, or you can click on next. Let's say we want to start at the top here and just go through and look through which one we like. And it's really dependent on your audience. You have to know your audience to pretty much know which design would really make them feel at home. So I think I'm going to go with this customized design. Now, when you do choose a design that you like, then all you have to do is click download, and you can go ahead and download that file. Now, the second question that you might ask is, well, how do I actually install that theme? Well, you're going to need to open your FTP client and find the folder where you installed it and click on styles, and then you'll see the styles in here. So if I unzip that AcidTech zip file, I'm going to find this folder, right? And within that folder, I'm going to find the styles folders. So I'm basically going to drag and drop this folder into here. So I'm going to move that here. And I'm going to let everything upload, and we will be able to change the style. Now, while this is uploading, I'm basically going to go back to my form and go to the bottom and click on Administrative Control Panel because I do want to log in here. So, and then I'll log in, and there we go. That's the Administrative Control Panel, as we can see here. And right now I see that it has been uploaded, so that's good. And to change the style, I would just go to Styles, and you'll notice that currently the Pro Silver style is activated. What I want to do is install this, which is the AcidTech, which is what we saw earlier. So I'll click Install, click Make Active, Make Default, click Submit, and go back. And there we go. And what I'm going to do is deactivate that current style here and currently this one is actually activated. So I'm basically going to go back to where I was, where the form was, and you'll notice that the style changed. So that was very easy to do. Now your question might be, well, I want to change this header. How can I do that? Well, if you go back to the Assetech folder, so you can pretty much change this right here by changing these pictures here. So as you can see here, it's very easy to find a style, download it, upload it to this area, and then of course through your administrative panel, activating it, and of course deactivating the other style. So now that you know how to install PHP BB using the cPanel's Fantastico and how to customize the design, let's move on to talking about the features and how to use the administrative panel to actually control your whole form.